Hello, 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 everybody. How you doing? How you doing? It is your girl, Coach Rema the Great, and I am excited for you guys to be on tonight with me. Okay. Oh man, I don't know. I'm in that mood. I'm in that good mood right now. We're gonna give it a few minutes to get everybody inside this room. If you are here, I'm gonna ask y'all to just start commenting, telling other people to tap in. This is what I need y'all to do. Okay, get excited. We've been waiting a very long time till tonight, right? There is a small delay. So as y'all comment, I'm gonna be trying to catch up with y'all as y'all comment. So if you're commenting, it's a very small delay. All right. And with that being said, we're going to get started. I see two people in here already. Let's go. Right. So, welcome to From the PJs to Paid. I am Coach Rema from the PJs. Right. And tonight we're going to talk about how to take what you already know, what you have already lived through, what you have already learned, and what people already come to you for, and begin turning it into something people can actually pay for and understand. Like that's what we're gonna do. And a lot of you have a lot of distractions, right? You have a lot of things that's happened, a lot of things going on, and it's just not landing for y'all, right? Like you haven't been able to like just figure it out. So tonight we're gonna do just that. We're gonna figure it out. I need you to understand something before we go any further, right? This is not a get rich quick class. All right. I am not about to tell you every story becomes a six-figure business by Friday. Okay. I am not promising you clients, contracts, or instant money. That's not what happened tonight. What I am going to show you is how to stop overlooking your own value. All right. A lot of us are taught to treat our skills like favors. We help people, we help everybody, we organize things, we solve problems, we teach people, we connect people, we write things, we plan events, we walk people through systems, we calm people down. That's the thing. We calm people down. We help them make decisions. We do this on a regular basis. Then somebody else packages the same type of knowledge, puts a name on it, and creates a button and get paid. And we sitting there like, I thought about that first. I don't know if that sound like you, but if that sound like you, put a one in the chat. Like y'all could definitely put a one in the chat, right? Meanwhile, you're still saying, oh, that is just something I know how to do, right? Like while somebody else is getting paid. No, it may be something you know how to do, but that does not mean it has no value. Okay. Tonight we're going to pull it out of you, make it clear, and begin putting a structure around it, right? Before we get started, introduce yourself in the chat. So I would love it if you guys can introduce yourselves in the chat. I'm going to give you a prompt to do so. There we go. Introduce yourself in the chat. Let me see who's in the building. Let me see who's in the building. What's going on? Let's see who's in the building. We got Becca, right? I see Byron Pitts. I see you. Rebecca's in the building. Who else we got in the building? Let's go, right? Let's go, Sebastian. Yes, Jesus loves me. Jesus loves you, right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who else in the building? Who we got here? Who we got here? Who's in the building tonight? Right? Let's go. Let's go. I would love to see who's here. Right? I'm just excited. I'm excited as you are. And again, there's a small delay, right? There's a very small delay. Rebecca, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you, right? Now, right, I see you. We have people joining us from different places. So where are you joining us from? Right? Different backgrounds, different stages, right? Some of you already have a business, right? That's a thing. Thank you, Rebecca. I see you that you subscribed. Al, right? Some of us already have a business. Some of you have an idea. Some of you have five ideas and do not know which one to choose. Some of you know some of you know you are good at something, right? Hey, Scott, I see you, right? But you have never called it an offer. Okay? You're in the right room, right? That's what it is. So here's what I need to know. Here's what I need from you tonight. Don't just listen. I would love it if you guys continue to participate. Let me make sure I fix this real quick. Um, I want you guys to continue to participate. All right. You're going to answer questions in the chat. You're going to write. You're going to join me. This is what you're going to do tonight. You're going to answer questions in the chat. You're going to join me. You're going to make at least one decision. All right. Do not sit there trying to sound perfect. Do not wait until you have the most polished answer, right? Put down the honest answer. By the end of this masterclass, I want four things, right? I want you to have four things. First is one skill, story, or area experience that may have value. Second is one specific person or group you may need help with, right? Third, the first draft of a simple paid offer, right? And fourth, one move you can make during the next 7 days. This is your assignment tonight, okay? So type I'm working in the chat if you are agreeing not to just watch tonight. Type I am working in the chat if you're agreeing to not just watch tonight. So you see the prompt. I want to see them chats go crazy. Go ahead and chat. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Yep. Type it in the chat. I am working. Y'all see that? I am working tonight. Gee. All right. So good. Because watching people build will not build your thing. I'm just being honest, right? Listening to someone else make decisions will not make your decisions, right? I'm working, y'all. Come on, Scott, right? We are working tonight. Let's go. So let me give you a little bit of who I am, right? For those who are new to me, I am Coach Rema from the PJs, right? I come from public housing. I understand what it takes to build while carrying responsibilities that other people may never see. I know what it is like to have ideas while dealing with real life. I know what it's like to be talented and still not have the right language, access, systems, or opportunities, right? I did not wake up one day with the perfect brand, perfect business, or perfect plan. I had to learn how to look at my I had to learn how to look at my hold on one second. I had to learn how to look at all of the things I'm going through. I just got a quick text message. Hold on one second. This is crazy. This is crazy. Ah, ah, ah. My channel, not women hairs. So I have like two channels. So it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Which channel that should I be on? Be on my channel. So Coach Rema's channel. Hold on. See, this is happening real time, right? So anyway, I did not wake up one day with a perfect brand, perfect business, a perfect plan. I'm gonna read that one more time because I had definitely took some notes down. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, right? I had to stop seeing everything I survived as something that only happened to me. I had to start asking, what did this teach me? What can I now help people understand and avoid and navigate or accomplish? That is the part of how From PJs to Paid was born. This framework is not about pretending struggle is cute. It's not about turning every painful experience into content before you have healed. It's not about telling your entire personal business to strangers. It's about recognizing that your life may have a deeper, excuse me, recognizing that your life have developed skills. Oh, come on. Is to recognize that your life have developed skills in you. You may now you may know how to advocate because somebody advocated for you. You I don't even know how to like move people out of here. Uh there we go. Cause what is going on here? Listen, I don't know how to use this YouTube stuff. We gonna play it here. And baby, I want it to be a safe space for everybody. But let me just get off this real quick. So, honestly speaking, I've had my own business for a very long time. I have had um different ways. Thank you. I've had different ways to have made money, right? I've built so many different programs over the last couple of years, and a lot of the programs did not succeed because I did not figure out this thing I'm about to teach y'all right now, right? Like, I did not figure out that I needed the right person, the right place, the right offer. I didn't do any of that stuff until I sat down with myself and was like, Rema, you got to stop playing. We don't have time no more. We don't have time to play around. Let's get focused. So, with the focus is what I'm getting ready to give y'all right now. So, I want y'all to just tap in with me. Just stay with me, right? So, this is what I want y'all to do. I'm gonna read a little more of this, right? The framework is not about pretending struggle is cute. It's not about turning every painful, hey Nikki. It's not about turning every painful experience into content before you have healed. It's not about telling your entire personal business to strangers. It's about recognizing that your life may have developed skills in you. You may know how to advocate because nobody advocated for you. You may now you may know how to organize resources because you had to find them with your for your family. You may understand returning citizens because you lived through incarceration or supported somebody coming home. You may know how to navigate public systems because you had to learn them without help. I know I have. You may now know how to motivate women because you had to rebuild yourself, or men, right? So the question is not only what happened to me, the business question is what problem am I now equipped to help somebody solve? So if y'all ready to start writing in the chat, we about to start getting it popping in the chat. Just put a one in the chat if you're ready to start writing in the chat, right? So I want y'all to write this sentence down. I hope that y'all have this inside of your notebook. So make sure you pull out a notebook, right? But this is what I want you to do, right? I want y'all to write this sentence down. Complete this, right? It says, because of what I have lived, learned, or practiced, I know how to help people blank, right? Because of what I've lived through and practiced, I know how to help people do what? That's the part. I know how to help people do what? That's where I want you at. That's where I want you at right now. Yep. Hey, Lisi, you made it. You made it. I'm sorry about that, the confusion. Sorry about the confusion. Because of what I lived or learned or practiced, I now know how to help people succeed. Come on with it, Scott. Come on, Scott. I see you. I see you. Who else? Well, who else got something for me? Who else got something for me? Again, it's a small delay, so I'm in here trying to just hold on, trying to hold on, trying to hold on, right? Because I was able to have them succeed, right? Put in the chat. I know how to help people what? I know how to help people what? And all of you can add to this. Y'all can write in the chat. I'm seeing you. I'm talking to you. And if you're at home and you're writing this down, just write it down, right? Look at what's in the room. I'm seeing all kind of different things, right? So there's another chat going on elsewhere, right? I'm seeing organization, parent and support, right? Event planning, healing, job preparation. Come on, y'all. Yep, I see you over there too. That's right. That's right. Uh-huh. And some of you keep saying you don't have anything to sell. The chat has already proven that that is not true. Y'all ready? So I would love to introduce y'all to something I call the 5 Ps, right? Something I call the 5 Ps. The From the PJs to Page framework has 5 parts. I call them the 5 Ps. All right. The first is pull out. Pull it out. Now, y'all need to be nice. First one is called pull it out. The second one is pick your person. The third is package the offer. The fourth is put it up for sale. Okay. And the fifth is promote with confidence. So we're going to go through all of this tonight. I'm walking you through all 5. You may not complete your entire business tonight, but you will stop treating the idea like a cloud floating around in your head. Right. And if you have an idea right now, I want you to just put in your head, do you have an idea right now that you've been trying to get out of your system? Say yes. Just say yes in the chat. Right. Just say yes in the chat. I would love to see you right in the chat. Say yes in the chat. If you have an idea that you've been trying to get out your system, say yes in the chat. And you haven't been able to do it, you haven't been able to complete it, that kind of thing. Just say yes in the chat. Nikki, I see you. I see you. Good. Good. Hopefully this will help you tonight. All right. So the first P is pull it out. Before you create, come on, Diane, I see you. Before you create a logo, website, course, or flyer, you have to identify what is actually inside of you. Okay, that may be useful to somebody else. A lot of people start in the wrong place. They ask, what can I sell? Yeah, I'd be life hit hard right now. Come on, Scott. What can I sell? Right? I want you to start asking these questions. What do people already ask me for help with? What can I explain clearly? What have I done repeatedly? What problem have I learned to navigate? What result have I helped myself or somebody else achieve? What do people regularly thank me for? What have I learned from work, through work, caregiving, parenting, leadership, volunteering, community service, or lived experience? Your value is not to what you learned in school, right? It's not limited to what you learned in school, but though education and training matters, credentials matter, especially in fields where license or education is legally required. But there are also skills that came from your work responsibilities, relationships, community, right? And survival. Some of you are natural project managers, but nobody never gave you that title. right? Let's talk about it. You plan family events. If you've ever planned a family event, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. But nobody never gave you the title. Let's talk about it, right? You plan family events, coordinated schedules, kept everybody informed, found vendors, right? You found somebody to cook the food. Let's talk about it. Handle problems. Big sis couldn't come down this week. Bro wasn't able to make it. Nobody's there to pick up mom. Grandpa's in the back and he's trying to get to the front, right? And you made sure the event happened. That is coordination. Coordination. All right. Some of you have been coaching people for years for free. For free. They call you when they need a decision, a plan, encouragement, or accountability. Right. And if that's been you, you could put a one in the chat as well. Right. Some of you know how to write resumes, host events, find resources, create content, organize community programs, teach technology, or navigate a system. This is really happening. Like y'all are really doing these things, right? It says, but you ain't getting paid. You have not get paid, right? Pull it out means making the invisible visible. All right. So this is the activity we about to do. I want you to take your paper and I want you to write 3 columns in your paper. Title the first column, people ask me for help with blank. That's in your first column. So you should have a piece of paper. And I should have gotten more paper than this today, but it's okay. I think I got some stuff around. And you're going to write and you're going to write 3 columns in your paper. And the first column is people ask me for help with what, right? People ask me for help with. The second column is I have experience doing blank. I have experience doing blank. And the third column is I have learned how to blank. I have learned how to blank, right? Now I need y'all to understand. We about to get real interesting. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Fill out each column with as many answers as possible. Okay? I want you to fill out each column with as many answers as possible. The first column is people ask me for help with blank. Okay? The second is I have experience doing blank. And the third is I have learned how to blank. These are the things I want you to fill out. So let me put this in the chat. Put this right in the chat so y'all can see it. And then I'm going to highlight it on the screen. This is what I need y'all to do right now. I want y'all to do that right now. Yep. Yep. Let's get to it. I'm going to give y'all 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Okay? Just 1 minute. And I don't want you to edit anything. You're gathering information. You're not choosing a final business right now. Write it down, right? And when it feels ordinary to you, write it down. So I'll answer these while y'all are doing y'all thing, right? People ask me for help with grant writing, community programs. If I know somebody, if I met somebody, they ask me for help with reading through their websites or proposal they have, right? I have experience, right? I have experience organizing events, huge street closures, I have experience with talking to different high level political authorities, stuff like that, right? And I have learned how to go get paid. I'm s- I have learned how to navigate different systems, nonprofit, for profit, New York City, procurement, .govs, all those things. So that is my 3 columns. Those are the things that I know how to do, right? And now that you've done that, I want you to write in the chat. I'm going to give you time to write in the chat. I want you to write this in the chat. One thing I may be able to help people with is, right? I want you to choose one answer that appears more than once or feels strongest to you, right? Put it in the chat using a sentence. One thing I may be able to help people with is. That's what I want you to do. One thing I may be able to help people with is. And again, this delay is crazy. So y'all gonna see this going real fast and then slow down a little bit because I'm trying to catch up and have you catch up while we all catch up, right? So that's the question. The question is, one thing I may be able to help people with is put that in the chat. And now that we got there, right? Now, I don't see much in the chat happening, but I'm sure there's somebody over there writing on their paper and their notebook, like looking at situations from all sides. Let's go. One thing I may be able to help people with is looking at situations from all sides. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. Thank you so much, Lisi. Yep, you absolutely do. Right? Now, listen carefully. Knowing how to do something does not automatically make it a sellable offer. That doesn't make it a sellable offer. A skill is what you know how to do. An offer is structured as a structured way, right? For you to help a specific person use that skill to achieve a result. All right. So speaking is a skill. A 90-minute workshop that helps emerging leaders prepare and confidently deliver a 5-minute presentation is an offer. So you speaking is a skill, but putting together a 90-minute presentation that can teach someone something is an offer, right? Cooking is a skill. However, a weekly meal preparation service for working mothers who need 5 affordable dinners is an offer. All right. Knowing about resources is a skill. And there go my dad. He's just lovely. That's my dad. He lovely. Let me catch up. All right. So, where am I? Excuse me. Knowing about resources is a skill. However, a 2-hour resource navigation session for parents seeking local workforce, housing, family support services is an offer. I'm going to tell them you said hi, Diana. We are not stopping at skill. We are going to package the help. Okay? Quick filter. Circle the area that meets at least 3 of these conditions. One, now this is on your chart. You should have had your 3 lines, your three columns by now. Should have had your 3 columns. So again, circle the idea that meets at least 3 of these conditions. One, I understand this. 2, I have experience with it. 3, people ask me about it. Right. 4, it solves a real problem. 5, I would be willing to help people with it repeatedly. And 6, I can't explain the result. So these are the things I want you to circle. Right. I need you to circle this. Whew, from your list. I need you to circle that from your list. So if you are listening and watching, you should have had your 3 columns with a bunch of ideas on them, a bunch of things that you know how to do well. Um, and that is what I want you to go on there and look for. I want you to look for, hey, I understand this. I have experience with it. People ask me about it. It solves a real problem, right? I would be willing to help people with it repeatedly, right? I can explain the result. Okay? That is the idea we will use for the rest of tonight. Whatever that idea is, whatever that one thing is on those columns, that's what we're going to use. So when you have picked one, I want you to write in the chat, picked one. I want you to type in the chat, I picked one. When you have selected the idea you're ready to use tonight. Yep. Yep. Now we are on the second P. We are on the second P. The second P is pick your person. Pick your person, right? One of the biggest mistakes people make is saying, my offer is for everybody. So, can I tell you something? Can I share a secret? So, last year when I did Womenaires, when I created Womenaires, I had no idea how popular it was going to be. I want to help everybody all the time. I want to help people in business all the time. I want to always have like this big business thing. That's the thing I want to do, and I want to just do it all the time. However, um, when I decided to do Women Heirs, I wanted it for women like myself. I wanted it for women that look like me. I wanted it for women that are interested in learning, that wanted to elevate, all kind of stuff. And that's why I did Womenaires the way I did Womenaires, right? And what I noticed was that that's what they needed. So I had to pick my person, right? When your offer's for everybody, your message usually sounds like it is for nobody, right? Choosing a specific person does not mean you can never serve anyone else. It means your message becomes clear enough for the right person to recognize herself or himself, right? Let me give you an example. I help women is too broad, right? What women? What is happening in their lives? What do they need? What results are they trying to create? I help women living in underserved communities turn their stories, skills, and experience to paid offers is clearer. And that's what I do, right? I help women living in underserved communities turn their stories, skills, and experience into paid offers. That's what I do. Now, the right woman would say, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. Right? Your person does not need to be based on only age, race, or location. You can define her or him by their situation. He or she may be a new entrepreneur with too many ideas, a community leader who wants to package a workshop. That's usually my people. A mother trying to create income from home, right? Uh, Returning citizen building a service or business, a speaker who does not know how to get booked, a nonprofit funder who needs a clearer program, a professional woman who feels stuck in her next move, right? So, specifically makes it easier to market. Like being more specific makes your product, your thing, easier to market. All right. So, we're going to do this. We're going to work this out. Y'all ready? Pick your person. Write down these 5 questions, right? And I'm going to give you 90 seconds. So write down these 5 questions. The first question is, and you know, I'm going to put this in the chat so y'all can see it because that's the only way this is going to get done. And I want y'all to do this. I really do. I want y'all to take your pen and paper and write this out. So I'm putting this in the chat right now, right? Write these 5 questions down. The first is, ready? Who is the person? Who are they? What is happening in their life, his, her life, or business right now? Right? What problem is he or she dealing with? It's all she, because I'm usually dealing with women, but I know I got a fella or two on here watching. Right? What has she already tried? What have she already did? And what does she want instead? I want y'all to really write down these 5 questions. I want y'all to look at these questions because you're going to answer this person and pick your person. Right. So when it comes to me, who is the person? So she is a middle class woman who lives in like NYCHA communities or low income housing. She's possibly with a bachelor's, looking to continue education, get her master's and stuff like that. She's one of those. She's a mom, right? Like a really dope mom. That's what she is, right? And what's happening in her life and her business right now. So her life, she's just probably in like late 30s, mid 40s, and she's just like, you know what? It's me time. My kids are older and I want to go out there and live my life and I want to feel good about doing it. I want to get out and explore life and do stuff, right? This is me answering the questions, but I would love for y'all to answer the questions yourselves, right? Number 3, what problem is she dealing with? Well, she might not have time. She might not have capacity. She might have a lot of imposter syndrome. She might not believe she's supposed to have what she has. She might not be like so like energized and turned up, right? That she needs that kind of energy. And what has she already tried? So she may have already tried journaling. I hate journaling. Nobody knows that. I'm just sharing with y'all, right? She might have tried journaling. She might have tried joining like different kind of groups and stuff just to see if she likes it. Um, she might have tried just like kind of watching motivational videos, things like that, right? What does she want instead? She wants community. She wants to know if I jump out the window, can somebody catch me? What if I invested this last $500 I got into this program? Like, can I really know that I have somebody that's going to help support me on the other end? Like, what does that look like for this woman? She looks like somebody that just wants somebody to hold her hand and tell her it's going to be all right when she gets to the other side. And that is my person. That's how I designed her when I did Womenaires. Now I have several other programs I did. So I did a program called First Apartment Seminar. right? And who was the person? They were youth, they were young adults, about 18, 19, 20 years old. What was happening in their life? They wanted their own space, they wanted to live on their own, and they didn't have no access to anybody that could tell them how, right? And the problem was dealing with, they didn't want to be in their parents' house no more. They want to be in, like, not even in the street. I don't want to be in a hallway smoking weed. I want to be in my own apartment. Right? Most of them went to a shelter and still had a job. And they were asking questions. And I was like, yeah, I got y'all. Don't worry about it. It's good. You know what I'm saying? And what have they already tried? They talked to a lot of family, a lot of friends about going out the shelter and in the shelter system, and they couldn't really give answers. They had been not lied to, but people make up their own belief systems and don't really ask the person that could answer it, right? And what does they want instead? What do they want instead? They want to move out and feel secure. So what I did was provide them with an opportunity to ask experts on how to get their first apartment. Now that was what I did. And my person, when I picked the person, was a young adult, but any male or female between the ages of 18 and 25, right? And anyone that was homeless in the same spaces, like if you had somebody on your couch or something like that. And I used formula, the same formula. So if y'all have not started writing this down, I want y'all to write it down. Right now, turn those answers into one sentence so y'all know what time it is. It's time to get back into the chat, right? It's time to get back into the chat, right? So your sentence is, I help blank who are struggling with blank so they can blank. Write that in the chat, right? Complete this sentence. I help blank who are struggling with blank so they can blank. Come on now. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. Don't leave me on red. I don't see nobody writing. I don't see no comments. Don't be scared. Don't be shy now. If you watching, I need to see some comments. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because I think that has a lot to do with if you're commenting as well. So if you're not subscribed, I may not be able to see your comments. It is what it is, right? Write your sentence. Put your sentence in the chat. Do not wait for perfect wording. Start with I help. Just start with I help, right? That's it, right? So just to let you know, right? The beginning and needs to, like, there's just it's some kind of like power in all of this. Because if you can't identify the person you help, then how are you selling or giving your offer away? And if y'all are watching and not commenting, it's cool. I'm going to do this again next month, and hopefully, you tell a couple of friends to come by and watch it next month. Next month. All right. So let's just go with it. Your person should be able to recognize themselves without you having to chase them down. This is one of the biggest known tricks in marketing and in business, right? You should not have to explain to that person what you have either. They should automatically be like, ah, that's for me. That's for me. And if they don't say that, right? Clear language does not make your vision smaller, right? It makes your invitation stronger. So clear language does not make your vision smaller. So you don't have to explain a bunch. Well, this cup actually does, and this is why we do it. And this, no, 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 no. Listen, you be thirsty. You need to put water in some. Use this cup. And who would it be good for? Anybody that's thirsty. See, I did that. Y'all can do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So Diana said, I help kids to identify their identity so they can make better decisions in life and not be peer not been peer pressure. Got it. Lisi said, I help seniors who are struggling with hearing loss knowledge so they can hearing aid of that man cochlear implant. That's what you keep cochlear implant. Got you. I heard you. I heard you. Heard you. Heard you. Heard you. Heard you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna package the offer. Now y'all know y'all offer. We're gonna package the offer. The third P is package the offer, right? This is Where we stop saying, I can help you with some things and begin creating something another person can understand. All right. A basic offer needs six parts: one, the person; two, the problem; three, the result; four, the process; five, the delivery, five, the delivery format. I'm putting this in the chat. And six, the price. So I want to put this in the chat because I want y'all to really like pay attention to this, right? This is what a basic offer needs. Six parts. All right. The person, the problem, the result, the process, the delivery format. Let's walk through them. So part one is the problem, right? The immediate problem I help solve is blank. The immediate problem I help solve is blank. I want y'all to think about that. Use an immediate problem, not the person's entire life. You are not solving poverty, trauma, confidence, business, and relationships in one workshop. Okay? Choose one problem. Now, I want you to write the result. Part two is the result. Okay? My customer will leave with what? At the end of the offer, the person will leave with what? All right? The person will leave with what? Now, here's some examples, right? The example can be, right, a completed resume, right? A drafted workshop, a 30-day meal plan, a weekly meal plan, a polished 5-minute speech, a vendor readiness checklist, a clear paid offer, right? Hello, that's what I'm doing today. A budget, a content calendar, a resource plan. Confidence may increase during the process, but feel confident is harder to measure than leave with a completed presentation and rehearsal plan. So you don't want to say, I'm going to have them leaving with a feeling. You want to say, I'm having them leave with something that's tangible. So when they finish with you, how are they leaving you? Right? Again, I want you to write, my customer will leave with what? My customer will leave with what? It's right there in the bottom. My customer will leave with what? Type it in the chat. So Lisi said, my customer will leave with information on what hearing loss looks like. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all not subscribed to Lisi hearing loss page, I definitely need to, because she definitely had broke some things down for me personally. So shout out to her. Absolutely. My customer will leave with what? Oh, and for those that don't know, this live will not be saved live, like for everybody to see. So if you are watching this live, you are lucky. We will be running this live back every month. So this is the live for August. We will have another one in September. So the first week of September, that Tuesday night, we will be having this again. So if you have anybody that may be interested, you want to bring them in, tell them to pull up. Hello, Kristen. I see you. I see you. All right. So the next part is the next P is the process. Now write 3 to 5 steps you would take them through. Right? 3 to 5 steps you would take them through. Right? Do not create 27 modules because you are afraid the offer is not valuable enough. Just 3 to 5 steps. Your process might look like assess the situation, right? Choose the priority, right? Build the plan, right? I'm gonna put this in the chat so you guys can have it. Here we go. And then I'm going to post it as per usual, right? Complete the tool. Create the next steps. Simple does not mean weak. Confusing does not mean premium. Just because it's a lot of words and a lot of things does not mean that it's premium priced, okay? So Diana said, my customer will leave with what I currently do as a youth ministry is not a customer, but what I do sell is decor, such as party decor or custom baskets, and they leave with them with their item. They will leave with it. All right. So let me fix that, Diana. My customer leaves with their item. Absolutely, they leave with their item. They leave with a custom balloon or custom decor, situation. Like that's how you would say that. Not just they leave with their item. Duh. Of course they will. Right? So now it says, no, it's okay. I want you to type quick. I want to get it in because I'm doing like, I'm trying to watch it and catch it at the same time. Now that I'm looking and seeing that there's a delay, it's like, let me figure this life out here. All right. So with that being said, let's get to the next part. So part 4 is delivery format. Choose one delivery format for your first version. Choose one delivery format for your first version. Now, see, Diana, you might have something different, but these are examples. Okay, these are examples. So for your paid offer, which may be your product, right? Your paid offer may be your product. So let's do that, right? Let's look at this really quick. One private session, a 90-minute workshop, a half-day training, a 4-week group program, a digital guide, a template kit, a service completed for a customer. That's you, Diana. A service completed for a customer is you. All right. A live event, a recorded mini course, right? Do not use the most complicated format. Choose easy, legitimate version that can produce the promised result. You don't need to be on everything all the time. Okay. You don't need to have like a million things happening at once. You really don't. You just, what formula do I want to use? So that's it. So now that we did that, I want you guys to take a poll. I don't know if I can put a poll in YouTube through this channel. However, I'm going to put this up and I would love y'all to just pick A, B, C, D, or E, F. All right. And put that in the chat. So the first A is private session. B is live workshop. C is group program. D is digital kit. E is done for you service, which is again, Diana, this is you. And F is something else. So a private session is a one-on-one coaching. That's a private session, right? A live workshop is very much so this. So this is a live workshop because you're working on stuff and we're going back and forth. A group program would be something that I did like the Women of Impact or Women Heirs, where people was coming every week to a program, right? A digital kit is something that you would sell online digitally, clearly, a PDF. A done for you service is you take all of their information and then you go ahead and put it together for them. So it's kind of like, hey, I want somebody to go to the store. I'll go to the store for you. All right. And now that they went to the store, they'll come back and then they'll cook for you. I miss those days. I need somebody to go to the store and come back and cook for me now. Like I don't want to cook nothing. I mean that. I don't want to cook nothing. Won't cook nothing. And then something else. If it's something else, you can write something else. B and C. So you have live workshop. You have live workshop and group program. That's the format you're using for your offer. Let's go, Lisi. I like that. I like that. All right. Part 5, name the offer. Name the offer. Your offer name should help people understand the idea, transformation, or experience. It does not always have to explain every detail, but the subtle should make it clear. For example, From PJs to Paid is the brand name. The subtitle explains it. Turn your story, skills, experience into one clear paid offer. So the name doesn't have to explain everything, but the subtitle should. All right. You can have personality and clarity at the same time. So here's the activity, right? Let's draft your first offer sentence. Let's draft your first offer sentence. Complete the sentence. My offer is a blank for blank that helps them blank. Right? Right? Y'all with me? We still together? Right. During the experience, they will blank, blank, and blank. They will leave with blank, right? So my offer is a blank for blank that helps them blank. Let's go there. And I'm going to put this one in the chat because this one's a little more thicker. I like this one. I like this one. Don't tell nobody. I like this one a little more. But this should help you get clear, completely clear. My offer is a blank for blank that helps them blank. During the experience, they will blank, blank, and blank. They will leave with blank. So for me, for the PJs to paid, my offer is a free masterclass for people, women, but for people for women, let's just put women for right now, that helps them, right, get clear on what they want to do. During the experience, they will learn what the 5 P's are that I have, right? They will come together and get niche down on who their person is. They will pick their person, right? And they will leave with a paid offer. Understanding what a paid offer is. Lisa said, my offer is a presentation for seniors that help them understand hearing loss. Lisa has not moved off of her genre. I need y'all to understand that. That is really important. Do not move away from your thing ever. Don't move from your thing. Okay? Anybody else want to post what they have? Post your first sentence in the chat. Start with my offer is, okay? But Lisi, I am with it. So now let's get to this, right? Now we need to talk about price because some of you are confident until I said that word. Some of y'all be like, I got this, I got this. And then price, you mean to tell me, right, that I got to charge people? And sometimes you undercharge people because you don't know what your worth is. So you be like, I'm just gonna charge a little $5. I'm just charge a little $30. I'll come out and talk. Because we be so happy to do the work that we do that $150 sound like everything to us. Like, oh my God, I just made $150 talking where they paying, but they have a budget for $1,500 for the same time that you spent. And you're sitting there like, oh, I made 100. No, go get your $1,500. And this money thing with us when we are in low income communities, we don't know how to receive it. We always feel like there's some kind of catch that somebody wants something in exchange. It's never comfortable. It's not a comfortable feeling to ask somebody for, money. So I need you to know you're not asking nobody for money. You are exchanging. The price is not a number you select based on how worthy you feel that day. The price should consider the result, the depth of your support, the amount of your time, preparation, materials, technology, follow up, your experience, your expenses, the market, the customer, the delivery format, right? Not a problem, Lisi. Your first price does not have to be your forever price. You can begin with a founding price. So a founding price while you test your offer is like the first come, first serve prices. Okay. To improve the process and collect feedback. So instead of me running a program for $500, I may run a program for $25. I know that's a big gap, but it's just so I can see if the program works. Once I know the program works, it go back up to $500. Who's gonna tell me no? Right? But free should not be your permanent hiding place. It should not. Some people stay free because they are generous. Others stay free because charging will force them to become clearer, prepared, and accountable. The amount someone pays, they expect you to deliver what you promised, right? Because if somebody's paying you, they expect you to deliver what you promised. That is not something to fear, it is something to prepare for. Now we're going to do another activity. Write down 3 possible prices, right? Do not debate yourself for 10 minutes. Just write down the 3 prices. So the first price is test or your founding price, right? Text or your founding price. I'm gonna put this in the chat. And I told y'all what the founding price is the first price, first like cheap deal you might get, right? The next is your standard price. So if my item already cost 5 and I went down to 25, then that's my item price at 500. And then a future premium price. So a future premium price of 500 might be $1,500. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to write that down. Write it down, right? Do not put your price in the chat unless you're comfortable. All right. Instead, answer this. I'm going to put this banner up so y'all can see it. Answer this. What makes pricing difficult for you? Is it A, I do not know what to charge? Right? So Diana said, let's go, Diana. She says, my offer is an event decoration for your event. Right. That will give your event aesthetic look to reflect whatever your event may be about. My goal is to help your vision come to life. Yes, you are right. I cannot put a price until he speak with the customer, right? Until you speak with the customer. And welcome back, Lisi. So The next thing is on the banner is what makes pricing difficult? A, I do not know what to charge. B, I'm afraid people will say no. C, I do not feel experienced enough. That's a lot of people. D, I'm comparing myself to others. Or E, I have never sold this before. What is making you make it difficult for you to price your offer, right? Most pricing problems are not just math problems. They are clarity, confidence, and evidence problems. The clearer the offer becomes, the easier it becomes the easier it becomes to evaluate the fair price. Yes, I trip words. I trip words. So we're gonna show that real quick. What makes pricing difficult? A, I do not know what to charge. B, I'm afraid people will say no. Um, will say no. C, I do not feel experienced enough. D, I am comparing myself. I have never sold this before. So what do you got for me? What do you got? Diana says, I feel I don't have enough experience to charge so much, right? And then BC said, E, I've never sold this before. So can I give y'all some advice? Right? So experience, I say jump out the window. You're great. Everybody tells you great. People are telling you you're great. Diana, your balloon arches, your decoration vision is like amazing. So I offer you to go online and look up some competitors and get some quotes from them. Think about something that you know how to do so well, like your balloon arch. Right. I want you to take your balloon arch and I want you to look up other people that do balloon arches. And what I want you to do when you look it up is I want you to look up the balloon arches. And when you look up the balloon arches, I want you to see how much they charge. Ask yourself, is how much they charge versus how much I could charge? Because your stuff is great. And then Lisi, I've never sold this before. Same thing. Just look up something of workshop, look up something of presentations. How much would a presentation workshop cost? And then look up and see if other people are doing something similar. Is there anyone out there that have done a workshop on hearing loss or not? We don't know until we know something, right? So number 4 is P, put it up for sale, right? The fourth P is put up for sale. Some of you have been working on your offer for 6 months, but nobody can buy it. Is it sitting on your notes app, right? Because that's what a lot of us do. It be sitting on our notes app. Is it written in a notebook? Yes, like this PJs the Paid has been sitting around for a little while, not gonna lie, right? Since I think December. But I was so busy in the spring, I could not do anything, man. Right? Is it mentioned in conversations? Right? Is it not on a checkout page somewhere? An offer is not available because you announced that you are starting a business. It is available when people can understand it, choose it, and complete the next step. To put an offer up for sale, you need basic sales path, right? A minimum, your page or wherever your sales page is, right? It needs the offer name, clear subtitle, who it's for, problem it addresses, the result they will have when they leave, what's included, delivery details, date when applicable, price, button, policy information, and confirmation instructions. I'm going to put this in the chat. That's a lot. A minimum, your page needs these things. Right. At minimum, your page needs these things if you're selling. Here we go. Right. You do not need a 20-page website to begin. You need a clear page and a working checkout button. Boop, boop. Checkout. All right. So answer this in the chat. Can somebody buy your book or current offer today? Can someone buy your book or current offer today? Somebody buy your book or current offer today? And if they cannot, right, type it. Yes, no, I do not have an offer yet. So you can type it. Yes, no, I do not have an offer yet. And if the answer is no, it is not a reason to feel embarrassed. Okay. It is simply the next piece of work. Your goal is not to look like you are in business. Your goal is to create a legitimate way for the right person, right, to purchase. So now I want you to write this down. Complete this step. Let me see what we got over here. Yes and yes. Right. Yes. Within 7 days, I will put my offer in front of people by doing what? Within 7 days, I will put my offer, right? You can have answers like build a sales page, create a payment link, add the product to Stan Store. You know, I love Stan Store. That's how y'all got here, right? Send the offer to 5 people. That's fire. Send the offer to 5 people. Announce the workshop. Open the wait list, right? That's what you can do right now. That's how you can make it happen. So write the exact action and the date. Within 7 days or amount of days that you choose, I will put my offer in front of people by doing what? I just created this page, but I was shy, but I did it. Of course you did it. Of course you did it. Now you got to share it to people. You mind sharing it with us inside the chat right now? Like you mind putting it in the chat? Because we all is rooting for you, right? If anybody else in the chat say, go Diana, go Diana, go Diana. You're going to like this part. The next one you're going to like. It says promote it with confidence. The fifth P is promote with confidence. All right. So promotion does not mean begging people to buy. Promotion means repeatedly, clearly helping the right people understand. All right. One, they understand what you offer, who is it for, why it matters, what result it creates, and how to take the next step. That's what it does. A lot of people say, I do not want to be pushy, but you are not being considerate when you hide the information. People cannot purchase what they do not know exists. Now, tomorrow on Women Airs, like a whole nother channel, I will be talking about selling without being pushy. So you might want to tap into that. Um, but let's keep going. You cannot announce something one time, receive no sales, and decide the offer does not work. That's me, because that's like I diet for a day, right? I'll fast for like 2 days and be like, I didn't lose no weight. I'll work out for a whole 2, 3 days and be like, I didn't lose not a dang thing, right? I didn't get skinny, so I quit. I know it's not fair, but it's truth, right? So I know I can't do that with my weight, so you shouldn't do that with your paper, right? They may need to post today. People need repetition, right? Making episodes on Listen Up to pitch my offers. Absolutely, that's what you need to do, right? They may need to post today. Think about the next week. Attend your first free class next month and purchase later. Promotion is a conversation, right? So here's a simple formula. Name the problem, and I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you this formula right in the chat. Name the problem, describe what it looks like, or feels like for your customer or your person, right? Explain what people often misunderstand about it. Introduce your solution and invite them to take one clear action, right? PJs to pay, right? The biggest problem is analysis paralysis. I have all these ideas, right? And I'm tired of having these ideas and I want to just get paid, right? Explain to people how often it's misunderstood. People think that having too many ideas is a bad thing. But the truth is that as long as you can focus on one of them, you can have as many ideas as you want. Focus on one at a time, right? And my solution is helping you get to your paid offer. So I'm gonna help you declutter. I'm gonna help you eliminate distraction. We're only gonna focus on one thing. And then I invite you to sign up for my masterclass, right? For example, you have skills and experience, but you keep describing them like random things you know how to do. From PJs to paid helps you turn that knowledge into one clear offer with a person, result, format, and sales message. Get the starter kit, join my live bootcamp. That is not pressure, that is clarity. So now I want you to fill this thing out, right, on your own. So here it is. Another thing to fill out. I told y'all, this is a very interactive like workshop. This is not just, oh, I came to hang out today. No, you did not come to hang out today. You came to do some work, right? If you are blank and you are tired of blank, my blank will help you. You will leave with blank, and the next step is what? For them to what? Get your offer. That's the formula that I've been using. So I got you all the way down here to give you the formula, the main formula, right? So I'm gonna give you 1 minute, but I want you to put your promotional sentence in the chat. You do not have to post the link. Practice the message. Okay, practice the message. You cannot become confident at promotion while refusing to promote. Confidence comes from practice, feedback, and improvement on evidence. So we get ready to wrap up. We got like about 10 more minutes. And then we out of here. We out of here. I want to say thank y'all for tapping in today. Thank y'all for sticking through. Thank y'all for cooperating and being in the chat and talking back to your girl. It means a lot. We're going to move on to the next section while y'all are writing. So let us begin, bring it all together, right? Tonight, you pulled out one valuable skill or area of expertise. You pick the person who may need it. You package the beginning of an offer. You identified what must happen to put it up on for skits for sale, right? And you practice a promotional message. That is the movement from something you know to something another person can understand and potentially buy. All right. Let me be clear. Your first draft may need some work. Okay. Your offer may need research. Your price may need adjustment. Your process may need testing, but a draft can be improved. A hidden idea cannot be evaluated. So if you're not sharing with anybody anything, you're not getting what you need. All right. So let me put a real quick recap. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Tom, put this in the chat. Here it is. Here's the recap. Yep. Put these 5 answers in chat using short phrases. Here we go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. 1, my person is, my offer is, this is what I want you to put in the chat. We'll do this again. My result is, my format is, right? And my next 7-day move is. So I want y'all to answer that. And while y'all working on that, I'm gonna keep running through it, right? You can put them all in one comment too. It don't need to be in several, just one comment. So here's a little something that I have coming up. I would love to offer this to you guys. Now, some of you can take what we did tonight and continue working on your own, right? Other people are looking at their paper saying, okay, Rema, I see it, but I need more structure. All right. This is why I created the next 2 steps. My offer number 1, the starter kit. PJs to Pay starter kit. The first option from the PJs to Pay starter kit. The starter kit is for people who says, I understand the process, give me the tools, and let me work through it on my own pace. The kit is $47 on my Stan store. So you go to my Stan store, the same place you went to get here, you could go back there. Inside, you receive the complete 5-piece process, worksheets to pull out your skill, a customer clarity exercise, orphan building tools, right? Crisis and support, sales page prompts, okay, and promotional planning tools, and an edible 30, editable, not edible like food, but editable, editable. All right. Y'all get what I'm saying? I don't, it's editable. You will get editable 30-day action planner. Okay. That's what you're going to get. Um, Next is inside you receive the complete 5-piece process. I said that. This is the do-it-yourself option. You are not purchasing private coaching for $47. Not happening. You're purchasing a system, workbook, and tools to help you build. Okay. Your first draft independently. The link is being placed in the chat now. The button says get the starter kit. All right. So I'm going to make sure I give that to you guys right now. Ha ha ha. This is the link to get your starter kit. If you are interested, grab that kit. Grab that kit. Okay. Right? And if this is what you want to do, you can definitely type kit in the chat and somebody will definitely connect with you after. Next is the boot camp, right? So my second option is from the PJs to Paid 5-day boot camp. The boot camp is for people who says, I do not only want the worksheets, I want Coach Rema, me, and you. working together and give me deadlines and help me make decisions and provide feedback while I build, right? During the 5-day boot camp, you will work through one offer. By the end, you will have named and priced the offer, a clearly identified customer, a written result, a delivery structure, a drafted sales page, a customer journey, a sales message, and a 7-day promotional plan. The investment is 497. I believe it's 497. Let me double check. Make sure. Yes, sir. And yes, ma'am. It is 497. And here is the link to it. So this way, if you're interested, you can purchase the boot camp. Boot camp starts August 24th. It will be from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. for a whole week. So Monday through Friday during your lunch break from 12 o'clock till 1:30 is the boot camp. I would love to see y'all there. Um, and yeah, that's that part, right? And here's the difference to choose. So if you can know the difference, the starter kit is when you prefer working independently, need the tools, and are prepared to guide yourself. Choose the boot camp when you leave. When you want live teaching, deadlines, feedback, and accountability. When you are still unsure, use Find Your Best Step, which is also on my the boot camp is August 24th to the 28th. It's in 2.5 weeks from now, like 3 weeks from now, right? You could also go to my stand store and use Find Your Best Next Step form to answer the questions honestly, and it will direct you towards the pathway that best fits your current goal, readiness, and budget, right? And have the assistant like just do it. Just you got this, right? So now I want to take this time out to ask some questions, right? I have a few minutes for questions, so put the word question first in the chat. So this way I can answer your question. I'm gonna give it about 3 minutes to do this really quickly. So this way we can all get out of here. Y'all been sitting for an hour. I appreciate y'all. Right. And before we close, I'm gonna have another quick activity for you to do. Right. I want every person here to make one public commitment, not your whole plan. We ain't got time for that, but complete the sentence in the chat. Before this date next week, I will what? Before this date next week, I will what? Put that in the chat. Let me see, y'all. Before this date next week, I will what? And make it something you can control, right? Do not write, I will get 5 customers because you cannot control 5 people. All right. You can write, I will create a payment page. I will name my offer. I will create a video to promote my business. Let's go, Diana. Right? I will finish the starter kit. I will register for the boot camp. I will create my first workshop outline. I will post my offer. Right? Put your move in the chat. Put your move in the chat. For those that's watching that have watched the whole evening, right? Questions. Contact the Bronx River Community Center to follow up. Yes, that's something you will do. Yes, that's something you will do. And I suggest you contact all the community centers everywhere that have a senior center space and just be like, hey, here's my offer. Here's my offer. And you price your offer. At least see how much is your offer. Did you figure out how much you want to price it? Right? The chat is now evidence. You said it publicly, right? Here's your commitment, right? That's your commitment. So Diana, take a screenshot of the chat. All right, and put your deadline in your calendar. Before this time next week, you will do this. Now, I want you to leave with this. You are not starting from nothing, okay? You may be starting without enough money, support, confidence, exposure, or clarity, but you are not starting with nothing. You have experiences, you have skills, you have knowledge, you have relationships, you have lessons, you have a coach Rema, right? You have things you figured out the hard way. The work is learning how to organize those things, right, into something useful, ethical, clear, and valuable. Do not leave this masterclass and turn that idea to the same place where it has been sitting. Make one next move. Open the document, name the offer, choose the person, create the button, send the message. You do not need permission to begin building. You need a decision and a process. Your story, your skills, your experience, and your income can be connected. But only when you stop sitting on what you know and begin putting it to work. Okay? I'm Coach Rema from the PJs. Been through it, built through it, and now I teach it. Now, if y'all don't believe me, y'all can go watch my Instagram page, Coach Remy from the PJs. I have been through, seen it all, done it all, right? And thank you for spending this time with me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, which should be right above. Okay, share this masterclass with one woman or person who are sitting on their value, and choose your next step before you leave. Stop sitting on what you know, and let's get you paid. Again, my name is Coach Remy from the PJs. I appreciate you all, and I'm out. Deuces. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's